Psalm 69:6. Let not them that wait on thee, O Lord God of hosts, be ashamed for my sake, let not those that seek thee be confounded for my sake, O God of Israel. That is, do not let me confuse you. Seek out our Father's word for yourself and place it above mine. Day 1. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form, and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Many want to say that this was done in darkness, but they forget John 1:1-3. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Before all else, Jesus is. Jesus told us that he is the light of the world in John 9:5. Since he is before everything else, light comes before creation, thus, the day begins with light. Day 2. And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. The Gesenius Hebrew Chaldee lexicon says that the firmament of heaven spread out like a hemisphere above the earth with the stars fixed to it. Above the firmament was a heavenly ocean. This has led many to believe that the earth is flat with a dome over it. However, Jeremiah 31:37 says, Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. The seed of Israel has not been cast off. If we cannot measure it, then we have no way of knowing the shape or size of it. Day 3. And God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. And God called the dry land, earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas, and God saw that it was good. And God said, Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is, in itself, upon the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was, in itself, after his kind, and God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. This is the beginning of life on the earth. Notice that there is no sun, moon, and stars yet. Also notice that the waters are all gathered into one place. This implies that all else was dry land and could be seen as a single land mass. This gives credence to the Pangea theory of a single landmass surrounded by ocean. That would mean that effects of the flood caused the landmass to break up. However, there are probably connections that allowed the animals to migrate out into the continents as we see them today. These connections were later covered by water. Day 4. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Now we have the creation of the sun, moon, and stars. Please note that they are in the firmament and they are to be used for signs, that is signals or markers, seasons, that is, appointed times, and days as in the literal beginning and end of a day. Based on this we are to be literally looking up to seek markers for prophesied events and to know when God's calendar is to begin so that we may know when to celebrate his feasts. Day 5. And God said, Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl, that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the 5th day. Now we have the creation of the aquatic animals and the birds. While the birds may rest and nest on the land, there have been no land-dwelling animals created yet. Day 6. And God said, Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle, and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and God saw that it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image, in the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and, behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. Day 6. Now we have the creation of the land animals and also mankind. Please note this verse, So God created man in his own image, in the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. This indicates that it was a creation of the entire human race, just as all of the land animals were created on day 6 and all of the sea creatures and birds were created the day before. It was not the creation of just 2 humans but the creation of all humans. Verse 28 uses the word replenish, and this has led some to believe that there was a pre-Adamic creation. However, replenish here means to fill, that is, they were to fill the earth. And this completes all of creation. Day 7. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the 7th day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. God was done, this is his definition of done. The rest of Genesis 2 is not a separate creation of Adam and Eve, it is telling us about 2 specific humans that were created on day 6.